Welcome back to Campaign Carper, episode 3. I'll be starting the episode off with this lovely 19.5 pound mirror. Oh, I've just had a massive fish roll there. I don't know if you can see this surface weed. It's weed that's grown up to the surface. I can't remember what it's called, something beginning with a T. It's like long strands, got leaves on it. But yeah, just beyond there. I've got a rod there. It looks like the line's going to it, but it's not. It's actually over by the aerator over there, where I've seen a few bosh. But yeah, I did, because I was originally gonna put one just on the edge of this weed here, but just a bit further down. So I have baited all along this margin, and the one I've had is right down there. I had this morning. But yeah, it's Friday, so I'm assuming people will be turning up today. So I've got to pop out, grab a few bits in the next hour, so I'll probably run some bait along here again, and then I'll probably drop that one in short. Yeah, just underarm it and feel for a drop, just beyond the weed. The battle with that fish earlier, yeah, it felt like an angry man. It was taking me everywhere. It did weed me up for a bit, but I just kept that constant pressure on and it kicked out. So the line does cut through this weed quite easily, so there's nothing really to be scared of. Although with this particular weed, you don't want to be fishing in it. So all I was doing with that left hand rod down there was underarming it. It's a similar spot where I fished before on the last session. So yeah, I knew it was quite clear anyway, but I just took a handful of foam nuggets with me, and I was just underarming it, and the plan was just to make sure I feel for a drop and leave it there, but I got a drop on the first underarm, so that was perfect. But yeah, great start. So rig wise, just really simple. Ronnie rig. The difference of what I'm doing, which I think might be giving me a little bit of an edge, is I'm using uncoated braid instead of a stiff boom. Big bit of putty there just to aid hooking. This is actually popped up off the deck. This is the left hand rod, so you would have just seen that one go out. This is the same. It'll be popped up once that bag mounts on it. But this is the left hand rod, the one I caught on this morning. So what I'm doing is looking at the surface weed down in the left hand margin, picking areas where there's no surface weed, underarming it and just feeling for a drop. Putting some foam on there so I'm not getting snarled up in any strands of weed on the way down. As long as that lead is cracking down, going down with a nice firm donk, then I'm happy to leave it as it is. This will then sit on the bottom, popped up, because there's a bit of siltweed around as well. So, which actually, it's a bit like candy floss, the top layers of it. So you can feel the difference if you're concentrating really hard on it, but it can feel like you're getting a good drop when actually you are landing in siltweed. So bottom bait, you could be sat there 24 hours for me before I'm bringing rods in. You could be sat there for 24 hours with your hook all snarled up in siltweed. So yeah, I'd rather be fishing on the deck, but I'd rather be fishing than not fishing. So there we are. That's a rig that's been doing the business for me and all over the winter. So someone's moved quite close to me. I need to really redo a rod, move a rod. So just had a bit of a lead about. I thought I'd got a spot, but I hadn't. It was in the siltweed, so just found another little spot to the left which goes down with a right crack. It's quite shallow there actually, even though it's a good couple of rod lengths out, so don't know if it's a little hump of some sort, but it's hard and it's clear, so that'll do. But yeah, someone's moved just around the corner. There's no one else on the lake, which might make things difficult now because we've got 2 people fishing in the similar area. When I walked around earlier, I noticed there was quite a lot of fish in the bay, in the other bay. Well, I'm not fishing him. And when this guy turned up, I thought, brilliant, push the fish around, but he's chosen not to go around there for some reason. But yeah, it's a bit late in the day for me to move now. fishing dog. He got his own little bivvy now. Saves him lying over my feet in the night. Good morning, guys. The dog's on full form this morning. It's 6:30 now, but he's been up and knocking about. Oi! He's been up and knocking about for probably since about 5 o'clock. Did get into bed and have a sleep with me for a bit, but didn't last too long. So an uneventful night last night. I've seen some fish this morning, but over in the other bay. I see where the guy next to me is fishing now. He's got one over to the point, so if you can imagine, this lake is a horseshoe. 2 bays. I'm in the one bay, just as you come round the bend of the horseshoe. He's come right next to me. He's fishing well away from where I'm fishing. But I can already see this morning that it seems to be holding fish up in the bay that's not being fished. Obviously I've got my lines in my bay. Then he's probably like 10-15 yards just coming around the bend from me, and I can see one of his lines cutting right down the centre of the lake to the point. So it's I'd say it's probably cutting me off, really. I noticed yesterday after I caught that fish, I popped out for a bit, come back, and they was all sitting in the other bay. I didn't see any actually in my bay. It's always something to think about on a small lake, especially. They know every inch of this lake. And if you can spread yourself out, you can bounce the fish around. So yeah, that's what I was hoping when he turned up. I was hoping he'd be going in the other bay, cause some disturbance, push some fish over to me, and if I caught one, push a few back. Play a little fish tennis. But yeah, I think he'd just finished work. He was in his work clothes. Probably didn't want to trek around the other side. It's not that far though, it's only a small lake, but I know how it feels sometimes having to set up after work and stuff, but yeah, it would have been ideal if he'd have gone into the other bay. Yeah, I've probably seen 6 or 7 shows just in the mouth of the other bay, let alone in the bay, nothing in mine. So yeah, not feeling overly confident now. With my rods, I think we're on about 6:30 now, and then we've got rain coming in, I think at 8 o'clock, even though it's blazing sunshine at the minute. So got the dog with me as well, so moving's not really an option. even if I was to move, I'm probably going to be in the same scenario, I would have thought. Once I set up over there, I might shift round to here. Don't know. But yeah, we've got loads of rain coming in. It's raining all day, I think, till we're on Saturday now. It's raining all day until Sunday morning. So yeah, I'm gonna lap up the last of this sunshine, and then yeah, have a little think of anything else I could possibly do to try and get myself a fish or helga. Come on. So what I decided to do before the rain comes, I've gone around into the other bay, played fetch with the dog for 10-15 minutes. As soon as I walked around there was bashing right on the margins of the bay, so they're just holding up in there at the moment. It would do us both a favour anyway. The other guy's fishing sort of to the point, and then he's got one just in the margin by him. So if we can get a few fish out of that bay, probably benefit him a bit first. You might be able to pick one off from one coming out. Hopefully it doesn't push him back in with the lines being there, but got to try something. I've seen nothing in my bay at all. But yeah, like I said, we've got rain on the way, so no chance am I moving, especially with the dog. And I think once I go over there, I'll end up pushing them into this bay anyway. I think so. Yeah, I might not even bring the rods in today. The rods are set nice, on nice clear spots, so I've got no reason really to bring them back in. Not seeing anything to make me want to move them in the boundary that I've got. So yeah, I think this will be me set now till tomorrow, which is the end of my session. But the rods are still on the dance floor, so I'm still slightly hopeful. Face is horrendous, spotty wise, but the beauty's still there. Big stretch. Tex. So uneventful again last night. Well, the only eventful thing was the two swans that was on here kept swimming through the line. About 12 o'clock, and I was having a couple of single bleeps. But yeah, I put in the head torch on, and they was going over to the other side of the lake then. So yeah, I did see one sort of pop its head out yesterday afternoon, but nothing in it was over towards my right hand rod actually, but nothing in numbers. I think they're still holding up in the other bay at the minute. But yeah, weather's good today. Cloudy, some rain, so steering for a chance. I've got till, I think it's 4 o'clock. So I've got Man United game to watch. 12:30. And I'll watch that and I'll start packing up. Dexter's gone on his little walk. There's a lady that walks past who's got a chocolate lab. So when she walks past, she shouts him over and she takes him for a little wander over the fields. I have warned her that he hasn't had a poo this morning. So he's definitely going to be doing one. But yeah, get him out for a bit. Get him a little bit of fun with another dog. Yeah, I think that's it. There's nothing really else to update you on. The guy to my right hasn't had anything. I think this situation here, what's happened with this guy fishing next to me now, might make me change my approach if I arrive at the lake and nobody's here. Because where I'm fishing is the easiest place to get to. That's probably why he set up where he set up, because he'd finished work. So he was in his work clothes. And yeah, I think it was about 6-7 o'clock. So I'm guessing he just wanted to get the bivvy up and get fishing, which, you know, is if that's what he wants to do, that's it. You can't blame him for it. He's not encroaching on me. He's lined, I know where my spots are, but the way he's got his line set up as well, he's bowstring tight, so it's one line sort of cutting through the middle of the lake. It's just basically cutting me off. So anyway, yeah, what I was thinking is, if I arrive at the lake and nobody's here, I may just have to position myself on the other side, because the swim I'm in is the easiest swim to get to. So, but it's also commands the other bay. So if I was over the other side, the only logical place someone would come would be in this bay, rather than sort of down the centre of the lake. That way we could spread fish around then, or bounce fish off each other, sort of thing. So yeah, it's been difficult. Yeah, could have ideally had either him going over there or somebody else turning up over there. I think that would have helped a lot. So yeah, just something to think about, another piece to the jigsaw, because I feel like I've wasted 2 nights really in here. We were supposed to have rain all day yesterday, but it didn't really rain until about 2 o'clock, so I possibly would have moved. Or I could have reeled in and gone day fishing, perhaps around the other side, in the other bay. Just make some disturbance around there, see if I can get some fish moving out. But yeah, it did keep changing. It was due to be raining from like 5 o'clock in the morning, then it went back to 9. And then yeah, it didn't rain until 2 in the end. So as a last ditch attempt, I've gone on to Bank Bait's new colour code range in the code red. It sort of complements the instincts quite nice. Now the guy's going, I'm going to just ping one into the other bay where the fish have been showing. Just on a little bag to protect the hook point. A little code red pop up. Right guys, this will be the end of the session. Just the one fish. Did have a nice chat with that guy, really friendly bloke. First time fishing on this lake. I think he hasn't really been fishing for much of 10 years. So yeah, did tell him how the fish do react in here. Really line shine stuff, and if you can get one in each bay, you can sort of move them fish around. So yeah, we'll see what happens the next time he's on, if he comes back on here. I think he's got a super ticket. He has done one session on Broome. So yeah, I think they might be getting ready for spawning next week anyway. I know they're a bit late at the minute for this lake, and then we're warming up next week. So yeah, don't think they're heavily on the feed anyway, to be honest. But yeah, so that's it, just the one fish. And no helga, but I think I'm back again in a couple of weeks for a 72 hour, so spawning should hopefully have been out the way by then, and they should be nice and hungry. Hopefully we'll have another mix prepared, an after spawn mix, just basically an additive that I like to put in, which I'll let you know on the next one what it is. Yeah, so I'll see you next time, guys.